our West Coast Chevy's been really fast. And, I was actually giving the 88 some room. I kind of ran up on him and coasted through 5, 6, and 7, the kind of the hilly and curvy parts of the racetrack, and didn't use any brakes. And I think
the last couple minutes could be, wow, we have a bunch of damage on the floor. You talked about the practice running short.
Yeah, 2-4, they're getting it out.
They're going to have to unload another car.
To the backup, as we were checking out the radar, the 3 got into the wall. Obviously a mock qualifying run. We saw Austin going out there.
Turns into turn 1. He's just really high, Jeff.
Yeah, really high, maybe a little bit free getting in the corner, couldn't get the wheel turn, and now he's up out of the groove, and now he's just along for the ride. So we see an awful lot of time here that getting into the corners, it's real easy to get loose, and with the track as clean as it is, I know that sounds crazy, there's just, there's nowhere to go. So all the tires have been running on the bottom of the racetrack, all the debris is up in the second groove, so once you get up this high, you're along for the ride.
And Rick, we talk about the chase and everything that goes into this. This car had made 11 laps. They were working on their handling, trying to find some speed, and now they're going to have to go to a backup car, a whole new car, cold turkey in qualifying. This is something like this could put you behind for the entire weekend. And with these rounds in the NASCAR playoffs only being 3 weeks, you cannot stub your toe. You can't get behind.
Yeah, making a qualifying run, you have to aggressively.
Well, Vince, when you bring a rookie driver to a racetrack in the Camping World Truck Series for the first time, it's quite a challenge for the driver. When your day goes like it has today for Rico Abreu, it becomes almost impossible. Look back at what happened to Rico Abreu early on in practice number 1.
Looked a lot like the practice crash between Greg Biffle and Kyle Larson.
Same thing.
We'll show you that one. That's earlier this weekend. Larson got very loose.
One on the bottom, one on the top. You see the 42 of Larson get loose. Biffle had new tires closing at a high rate of speed, ran right in the back of it.
And as you mentioned, DW, that we think Kurt Busch did, Kyle Larson bailed out of the throttle, and Biffle just had nowhere to go.
Just over 30 minutes to go in opening practice for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. It's Fast Friday, presented by K&N on FS1. And I'm not sure what's going on, but a lot of drivers having problems now. Cup veteran Paul Menard's gotten into the wall.
Yeah, well, a couple of wrecks we've seen so far, traction has broke. The tires just gave up grip, and that's why they wrecked. But this is a failure of some sort. Maybe a suspension part in the right front, possibly a flat tire. Obviously, the tire wear has been good. The Goodyear tires are perfect here.
Has been amazing all year long.
Already. Hard hit for the 11. That's Blake Cook.
Wow, that car has hit very hard.
Cook
was broke like just past center and went straight in the wall.
Wow. Third, he is one of the chase drivers trying to advance into the championship 4.
And you have to wonder, we saw Kyle Busch in Cup practice. We saw him right off the bat taking the green flag. Wrecked, had to go to the backup car. That's a Cup team with a lot of resources. You have to wonder with Blake Cook. He's on the bottom of the racetrack and everything looks normal. And yeah, you see, it looks like, I don't know if it was on the ground or what it was, but you saw something coming out from underneath it.
Yep, sparks flying as he went straight up into the wall coming out of turn 2.
I hope he's okay. That's a big hit. Oh, he's driving the car back, but that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt you or affect you. Huge impact.
Lost his ride for 2016, but already had a deal in place to run 9. Oh, Jeb Burton hard into the wall.
Miles the Monster is taking his toll on his Xfinity Series this morning.
Okay, bud.
I told you she bites.
But I think Michael said it. You're running around. You're running around here so fast. It's just there's no margin of error.
This was a late exit issue for the 43 car. You can see right there, just up out of the groove, and it snaps around.
He was definitely above that black area, which you get up in there, it's almost probably like being on ice almost.
He had run the 14th fastest time in this session. That was a lap before last, so he was just trying to pick up some more speed.
The marbles are there up and outside the groove, and that's what got Darrell Wallace. He got up into that loose stuff, and that just sucked him right up into the wall.
Whoa, look at this.
Like that. Oh, gosh.
Hold the brake.
There's obviously oil down. Going to take out her teammate Tony Stewart as well.
Unbelievable. 2 teammates.
Here comes Danica.
Off turn 4. You see it start smoking.
And look at the one car gets into the oil, and then he hits the wall extremely hard.
Yeah.
Then Tony's in the oil as well, and he goes spinning into the inside wall. That was a big impact by the one car.
And he's just trying to get Jamie Murray's trying to get his car woed up so he doesn't get into Tony down there on the inside of the track.
And a long slide down to the wall for Tony. Something blew up in a big way right there.
Two of the more difficult racetracks.
See him moving around in the race car there. That's good news. But the car is toast. Here's what happened.
It just got loose and then just overcorrected it. You know, the instinct of a driver is to turn that wheel to the right to keep the car from spinning out. But with these radial tires, when they ever do turn back right, they turn back right at a high rate of speed. So
they are doing a little bit of a choreographed practice here.
Absolutely, Rick, and that's very important because, you know, the position in the draft makes a difference. The leader's car normally handles very well. As you get back to second and third and fourth, the air gets worse. Not only does handling go away, but how does your car? You see the 18, huge
up into the wall. Kyle Busch in the 18 destroying that car.
Clearly had a mechanical issue or a tire go down, and clearly that just something happened. Something happened.
Yeah, right rear blew out. That
We heard Kyle Busch talk about the right rear. I was watching live there, Rick.
good time to strap your window net, catch your breath. No rush.
Like, what happened to that tire? Watch the right rear.
Yeah,
Couldn't see it in that.
Puff,
just a little puff. That's when it blew out. And
such hard contact, too. So thankful for the safer barriers.
Absolutely.
The fact that there's some styrofoam in there that absorbs some of that hit, but still the damage to that car.
Watch this view. You can see when the back of the car comes out. Imagine you drive